This episode of Super was ridiculous in the best ways possible. I didn't love this episode, though. I'd actually argue that it's probably the worst episode of this tournament so far. That's not to say it's a bad episode. I don't think it is. I liked it a lot. I thought it was funny and absurd and ridiculous, but it was a fun episode. It had some cool fighting moments. Android 17 was a badass. The fucking love, fucking, what, do they have a name? Like, they're just like the Universe 2 magical girls, I guess. I don't know. They come in, they're doing some pretty cool shit. You know, it's a good episode, but I feel like the reused animation really hurt the pacing. It's not like episode 97 or 98 where it reused animation from other episodes. It only reused animation from within the same episode, and it was mainly the Universe 2 Goddess of Destruction striking these poses and the way she was talking, and it did feel a little slow, like seeing the same animation for her every single time with her hand out or presenting the girls, and like she points and then it zooms out, and it's good storyboarding, but it's just, you know, it's just like, it's a smartly storyboarded episode. They were smart with how they used the animation. It's just, I think that hurt the pacing a bit. And while I did think that the love transformations and beams and dust and mist everywhere, so while I did find that stuff funny and ridiculous, it is kind of just lighthearted fluff, you know what I mean? It's not like an episode with a lot of really intense, you know, super interesting combat or emotional moments like last week. It's pretty much just Universe 2 being ridiculous and everyone else having to cope with it and deal with it. That being said, though, it is a very funny episode when Android 17 interrupts the transformation and fucking they run down there and get all pissed off at him, and then even Topo shows up. Fucking Topo, of all characters, shows up, and he's like, you gotta let them strike the poses. That's the justice thing to do. What the fuck's wrong with you? And he's striking poses. It's so funny. It's amazing. And even Goku's like, yeah, you gotta let him go to full power. That's fucked up. Which, of course, you know, Goku being Goku, but even Topo fucking wanted them to transform, so it's not you can fucking give Goku shit for that. It's just an absurd episode, but like I said, Android 17, interrupting the transformation, fighting the cat chick, I mean, it's all badass. Like, it's all cool. Good animation, for the most part. It's not the most well-animated episode of this tournament, I would say, also. Outside of the reused animation, it's a lot of, like, you know, the cat chick dashing around, and that's pretty easy to animate. Even I could do it. You know, and, like, digital air rings popping up as they're clashing with each other. There's even a shot where they're, like, it's kind of like this weird shot where 17 and the cat chick are like still images and like all the air rings are popping up around them. It looks kind of cheap. It's a well animated episode overall. The storyboarding definitely helps it. It's not like a badly animated episode. It's just like I said, the pacing, the animation, the reused animation, it all comes together to kind of bringing the episode down a bit for me. I liked the episode for its comedy, some of its action. I like what they did with the cut. That's actually true. They actually do have something that's not from this episode reused. It's the it's the Vegeta versus Ribrianne from the opening is in this episode, but they actually, in the middle of that, they actually put more combat scenes in before she knocks him away and throws the energy blast. So I thought that was cool. They actually extended it. I feel like I'm shitting on this episode harder than I really mean to, because it is a solid episode. It was funny, like I said before. It does have good animation here and there. The reused animation is smart. Just kind of seeing the Goddess of Destruction do that like so many times did hurt the pacing for me. Music was good. You know, and we got eliminations. There was story progression. We got 2 Universe 2 eliminations, and we got a Universe 10 elimination. Dude, Universe 10 is fucked. Like, Gowasu, dude, Gowasu cannot catch a break, alright? He got killed by Zamasu in the future timeline. He got killed by the Zamasu in the timeline where he went off to become Goku Black. He got killed by Zamasu in the present timeline before Whis reversed it, and now he's probably going to get erased from existence in the next episode, thanks to Gohan. And that's not even counting all of his deaths in the manga, dude. Gowasu, fucked, dude. Cannot catch a break. Everyone talking shit about how many times Krillin dies, how many times Yamcha dies. Nah, dude. Fucking Gowasu. Dude is just... oh, it's amazing. It's kind of amazing in a fucked up way. But, yeah, that's probably going to happen next week. We got Naoki Tate, the man, the myth, the legend. He's going to be supervising, at least it looks like he's supervising based on the preview, because there's a lot of him in it. And that would make sense. I think his last episode was 95, or 90, yeah, it was 95. So that makes sense. He's going to be handling Gohan, most likely finishing off Universe 10. I can't imagine with only like 3 fighters left. I can't imagine them lasting any longer. But that's pretty much it for the episode. There's really nothing else to say. The only other thing I want to mention, and there's really nothing to say about it other than speculation, so I'm just going to leave it at, you know, there are Namekians on the Universe 6 team. We see Zeno swiping through the fucking God Pad to all the teams, and we see Universe 6's team, and they're all still lit up, and there's 2 Namekians, so that's really cool. One of them actually looks almost exactly like Piccolo. I don't know if they're going to point that out. A lot of Namekians look similar, so, you know, it's not really that big of a deal. And the other one kind of has, like, the Lord Slug jawline. But yeah, it's cool. I think it's really cool, actually, that there's Namekians on their team. I can't wait to see what they're going to do. Those were the guys that were, like, shadowed out before. Definitely awesome. What's up with the little pig dude? like the little warthog fucking guy. Like, that's going to be interesting, because he's, like, we've never seen that species in Universe 6 or 7 until now, and who knows, we'll see what he does. But yeah, cool that there's Namekians. We definitely want to see them fight Piccolo and see how that goes down. But that's pretty much the episode. I'm going to give this one like a 7 out of 10, like a 7, 7.5. It is a good episode. I just feel like it's dragged down by some of the pacing and the reused animation hurting the pacing, and just overall just being kind of a fun fluff episode, but nothing too deep or complicated or badass. Just sort of there. Probably to be sort of a relief after all the serious episodes we've been getting, so in that regard, it's fair. But that's my rating. So what do you guys think of this episode of Dragon Ball Super? Go ahead and tell me in the comments section below. Give this video a thumbs up and share it on social media. Both those would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you like what you've seen here. Click the little bell to get notifications to when my videos go up. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.